This report comes after the Federal Reserve decided not to raise interest rates at its latest meeting. David Stryzewski, CEO of Sound Planning Group, is going to join me now, break these numbers down. David, Happy New Year. Welcome back to this show. So this jobs report headline looks impressive, right? And is being trumpeted by most of the mainstream media as such. But you said you look deeper and you think this is an awful report. Awful. Really? Why is that?
Yeah, no, I know I'm an outlier right now. You go and search the internet and I'm probably one of the few people that are saying this, but we need to look deeper into the numbers. There were 1.5 million jobs that were lost, full-time jobs. Now, part-time that were gained, we had about 762,000 part-time jobs. We're at a record today of part-time workers here in the United States. Never been higher before in our history. And just like you said here in your opening, a lot of those jobs, in fact, 25% of them were actually government jobs that we've seen now come back in. And so that's actually a negative to a GDP situation. The third thing I'll just note is that of the last 11 months that have been announced, 10 of those months we've seen revisions where the numbers actually came down. So don't get too excited here about what they say to us on the headline. The only thing that's really been consistent about these jobs numbers is that they've materially been changed on a month-by-month basis after the big announcement has been made, and they look less attractive.
The revised numbers don't get as much attention. You also dug a little deeper. We want to elaborate more on the growing government, which appears to be leading this jobs report.
Yeah, that's right. So, when you look at government jobs, they're actually an expense. Why? Because the taxpayer has to be coming up with money in order to actually pay for these particular employees to be employed. So I don't look at those as actually a net positive. But the way that they, do the numbers here and looking at unemployment, they're factored into the ultimate equation, even though it is a detractor, not a positive addition.
And then we keep hearing about interest rates may drop a few times this election year. Can the Fed lower interest rates with the jobs report looking this good?
Yeah, that is the great question. The market has been doing nothing but, looking at the fact that Powell's going to be dropping rates. We had an amazing fourth quarter. That's wonderful. Those who are in the wishful thinking camp, I think have just kind of found out that they've been smoking hopium. And basically, I don't think that Powell's going to be able to reduce rates in the same way that they've been expecting that he will. He is going to be higher for longer. But I do believe that he's going to accommodate the DNC this year, and because he's a very political Fed chairman, and I've been saying that all year. He has been. I think he's going to continue to be, and so expect an okay market for a little while, maybe a melt up before a melt down. But I don't think he's going to get things into alignment in the way that everyone's hoping.
Hopium. I like that term.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk real estate. So when the Feds raise or lower interest rates, it can impact mortgage rates as well. What do you see on the horizon for those who have a job now with that great jobs report, have a steady income, who may be feeling more confident to buy?
Yeah, the American dream is to be a homeowner. Unfortunately, today, home ownership has never been more unaffordable. If we look at what it costs to rent versus own, not even including 20% down, it's actually cheaper to rent right now. When we raise interest rates like this, every 1% rates go up, we essentially either need to have 10% more income or the price has to come down 10%. We've not seen prices come down 10%, but we definitely have seen interest rates rise. So for those that are feeling capitalized and ready to do it, you can do it. And I suggest, get into the home that your family needs, but don't be thinking that you're going to be seeing serious appreciation like we've seen in the years past. It's just not available today when we go from a 3% environment to a 7%, 8%. And then in addition to that, it is very challenging today with new lending requirements to even get a loan. So, I just went through this myself, and it was extremely challenging to be able to do. I don't know how the average person is actually going to do it. Most people are hanging on to those 30-year mortgages, I think, for the duration.
Yeah, unfortunately, very hard for first-time home buyers. David Stryzewski, CEO of Sound Planning Group. Thanks for your time today, as always. Happy New Year. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Alicia.
Of course.